My warm greetings to our ever dynamic and clever instructor for this subject, Mr. Johnny Bulongaita. To my fellow students, have a pleasant day everyone. I am Kimberly Joy A. Simblante from the College of Agriculture and Agri-Industries, taking a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, major in Animal Science. I am a fourth-year student and I belong in Section C1 for this subject, Ethics. I am currently residing at Proclu Manapa, Buenavista, Agusan del Norte. This video will be all about my reflection on this statement. We can know many things, but we cannot always be wise. There was always a misunderstanding about the link between wisdom and knowledge. The quantity of people who often know many things, but are not always wise, demonstrates that they are not the same. Apparently, just by reading the phrase, we can know many things, but we cannot always be wise, there are a lot of ideas that are coming through in my mind, such as asking what goes through behind such a phrase. And then, instead of arriving at an answer, somehow, it results in confusion. As such, in order for us to widen our understanding, we have to dig deeper into the connection between knowing many things or being knowledgeable and being wise or having appropriate wisdom. From that, we can reason out that wisdom and knowledge are applied to distinct sorts of problems. Wisdom is usually applied to being practical to human problems, and knowledge is used for abstract ones. Another widespread theory is that wisdom is acquired via experience, but knowledge is intrinsic. However, people's wisdom is not proportional to their level of experience. Other factors aside from experience must contribute to wisdom, but some may be intrinsic. For example, a thoughtful inclination. Since we have already pointed out the difference between knowledge and wisdom, it is then safe to state that knowledge is much more understood as an acquired learning, whereas wisdom is something that can't always be taught to us. Instead, it can refer to the synthesis of knowledge and experiences that turns into insights and deepens our understanding of the meaning of life. According to Justarius, in other words, knowledge is a tool and wisdom is the craft in which the tool is used. If we already had an idea about the distinctions between the two, we can then see why it is so important to be distinguished. It is now quite easy for a decently attentive individual to instantly acquire knowledge on nearly any subject through the utilization of different informative platforms in the internet. We are practically surrounded by lots of information. However, if we are going to have an example such as possessing a hammer and understanding how and when to use it are two completely different things. A moral is likened to a hammer. It is totally up to the doer whether it is utilized for good or evil. Unfortunately, there have been plenty of recorded situations involving harm caused by knowledgeable people who lacked wisdom. This is an example why we may know many things, but we cannot always be wise. Some individuals delude themselves into believing they are wise when they are not. They may hold numerous degrees and credentials of knowledge, but they are not intelligent if they do not apply this knowledge to their lives and deeds. As a result, we might conclude that wisdom is required to choose which things are worth learning and how to apply what we have learned. Wise and knowing many things are both terms for someone who understands what they are doing. The distinction is that wise denotes a high average outcome in all instances, but knowing many things denotes exceptional performance in a few. If compared to a graph, the wise person's graph would have a higher overall, while knowledgeable person's graph would have higher peaks. As a result, a wise person understands what to do in the majority of situations, whereas a knowledgeable person knows what to do in situations where few others could. That would be all for my reflection. Thank you for listening.